Ickles, test ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 700 and Squirty Juan of the Daily Mother. Whoa, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, Jackcast, Bicepcast, Nipplecast, and Taintcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What up, beaches? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Quadcast. Thank you for joining me live on Twitch. Thanks for joining live on Instagram and, of course, Facebook and the YouTubes. Say hi when you come in. What's going on, fam? Everyone's got that Papa Swolio tip. Get that Papa Swolio tip. You like the tip, don't you? You fucking like it, don't you? What's going on, Lynn, on Facebook? Welcome, everyone, to 731. This is the first episode of the next 730. This is 731. So yesterday was, of course, the 2-year anniversary, the 2-year Swoleanniversary. But now we are on to the next greatest, the next best thing. We are on to the next. Boom, just done. Sunday, done. Monday, next episode. Moving on, fam. Moving on. Now we're up to the next series, and we're going to get fucking yoked today. Today is going to be a fire episode. We're going to get into some training adaptations. We're going to talk some fitness, talk some shop. So when you come in, make sure you say hi, float some biceps, share, tag someone, say, get the fuck in the door, because Papa Swolio is about to drop his knowledge nutsack right on your chin. So if you haven't gotten any action, any swole action in a while, and you want some knowledge nuts on your chin, now is the perfect time to be here. Well, congratulations, you're here. I'm going to put my sack right on your chin, and you're going to learn everything. You're just going to absorb it. You can see right behind me on the floor. See right behind me on the floor, you got the Amazon box. Yeah, Papa Swole is getting gifts. I'm getting treats. Papa Swole, well, not gifts. I mean, unless you call buying yourself something as a gift, but in that case, I got a gift, but I got some more gear. I hope the audio sounds good. I got some audio gear, some more audio stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing the shit that you get into. It's amazing the shit that starts getting you off, you know? And there's like that fine line between fitness and any kind of industry, right? When you get into something like a hobby and you want to do better and take it to the next level and the next level and the next level, you start getting into the gear. You start getting into, I think that's why supplements are popular with fitness, is because you always want to you want more things. You want more things to open, more powders to dump in. And you have your little system and the things you take and the things you do and the shoes you wear and the bag you use and the wraps and the straps and the chalk and all the fucking little toys that you get when you start, getting into an industry or a hobby, like I said, or some kind of skill, right? You start getting into all the little gadgets and shit like that. So yeah, Papa Swolio is fucking stepping up his game every damn day. And it's cool because I know it's a step towards the future. It's just further forward. We're just taking that next step to fucking make gains. That next step, just take it to the next level, the next level, the next level. Anything to take it to the next level. Hey, Papa Swole, cheers from New Brunswick, Canada. What's going on, eh? How you doing, boyo? Not that was a Canadian boyo, but the A was on point, I think. What's going on, YouTube? Tony Hibbard, getting ready for some Swolga. 2 weeks into the 90-day dash. Good stuff, bro. Congratulations, Tony. That's a nice little accomplishment in itself, just getting through 2 weeks of being consistent. No sugar for a 6-pack, correct? Not necessarily. Sugar gets a bad rap, but you're talking about artificial sweeteners, you're talking about sugar, or are you talking about fruit? All right, let's not get too far off the topic here. Let's get into the topic. Let's just jump right into it. Balls first. Let's go balls first. It's a Monday. Let's go balls first. Adaptation and training. Still on Primer Week for me on Twitch. All right. It's all good. Primer Week is fire. Oh, and those of you that are in Swolenormous X, remember, just brand new. The program Vault just dropped. So now you have the 90-day dash, you have the virtual trainer, but Swolenormous X members, you also have the program Vault. So now you're going to be getting brand new workouts, plug and play right for the 90-day dash schedule. And there's going to be so much more content. So I'll be updating all of you, of course, in the near future daily and giving some more and more stuff to let you know where everything is going. But those of you that are here on the main channel that are ready for some 731 fucking gains, today is Monday, so it's a perfect day of the week to cover this. And seeing that yesterday was 730. Yesterday was 730, so that's 2 years straight. And of course, you've seen the growth, you've seen the progress, you've seen the changes with the Daily Swole, right? You've seen that. Obviously, if you go back to episode 1, I'm sitting on the porch. It's fucking hot as balls because it's down in Florida. And I was on the iPad, I was on the phone, and I had, it was just the first episode getting started. So those of you that are here, you've pretty much gotten started, right? You've been doing something with fitness, or you're in the right mindset of getting started, of launching your fitness journey, right? So you're in the mix. You're in the mix. You're watching. You're staying motivated, inspired. I'm feeding you. You're getting fucking amped. You're ready to take it to the next level. You're ready to keep on going. More. But the thing of it is, and the shit of it is, I got on the board behind me, is that it takes a long fucking time. So when it comes to adaptation in training and it comes to the body, let's think about what the issue really is. And this is extremely important because the issue is not necessarily with what you're doing in terms of your program. It's not necessarily what you're doing right now in terms of your nutrition. I want you to think about this. It's not necessarily those things. Okay? Let me finish. Let me finish. Of course you need a good training program. Of course you need to train hard. Of course you need good nutrition to build muscle, to lose fat. You want to do it the right fucking way. Hell yeah, fam. Of course you do. However, what's equally important is to understand how the body works and how the body adapts and what's realistic. Let's remember, what is realistic? What is realistic for your body? Okay, genetics and the effort you're putting in, the time you're allotting for it. And also, what is realistic in terms of time in general? Do you think just because I started training myself personally, just because I started training when I was 19, 20, 21, does that mean I got all the results just because I started younger than maybe you did? No, because I still did it. I'm 34. I have been doing it for half my life. Literally been doing it for half my life. I've been fit. I've been active my whole life. And I've been training, lifting in the gym. My first time I ever lifted in the gym was when I was 13 years old. So I've been fucking around with weights and doing stuff with the gym since I was 13 years old. I really got more serious when I was like 15, 16, 17, started messing around a little bit more, getting more involved with it. But I really took it seriously around like 17 years ago, like 2000, 2001. That's when I really got serious. So it takes a lot of time. And what really doesn't get a lot of attention is not just, okay, when I say it takes time, most people say, well, it does take time, this, that, and the other. Yeah, but they also don't really go into how long it takes or why it takes that long. Why does it take 10 years? Why is it a pipe dream to think you're going to get all the results that you ever wanted in 1, 2, 3 years? First off, the muscle has to build. You're literally forcing your body into a corner and forcing it to create mass, to create size. That takes a long time. That takes a lot of consistency. It takes a long time. It's evolution, it's adaptation. It's your body literally changing to its environment that you're exposing it to over and over again. So, number one, you have to do this consistently, relentlessly for years. Number two, you have to not get injured. That is why I preach mobility. That's why I talk about yoga so much. How many of you have started doing yoga or done some mobility work since either you joined Swolenormous X, since you've been watching the show, The Daily Swole, since you've been following my content? How many of you have started doing mobility or yoga since you've been following my stuff? How many of you have started doing yoga? The reason why I'm always pushing mobility, the reason why I'm always pushing yoga is because you can't see progress when you're fucking hurt. That doesn't mean that progress stops. It doesn't mean that the world ends when you get hurt. But if you're hurt, you can't train. If you can't train, you can't be consistent. You can't break down the muscle. You can't recover. You can't grow. You can't progress if you're injured. It's a setback. Now, it doesn't mean the end of the world. You can come back. You can come back stronger. You can come back more determined. Okay, all those things. But getting hurt is a setback. It is a setback. Okay. It's a step backwards. Now, you can avoid getting hurt by focusing on mobility training, by focusing on yoga, by putting the pressure on that kind of training at the beginning of your programming, at the foundation, at the base of your pyramid, at the base of your pyramid. So when you are creating your good habits, for adaptation, right? Let's say everyone here wants to build muscle. I've always said it. You always want to build muscle. Hold on, I got a quote here on Twitch. Yoga and mobility has helped me out a lot already. Haven't had lower back pain since. You hear that? Yoga and mobility, and this is from Twitch. Yoga and mobility has helped me out a lot already. Haven't had back pain since. How many of you have had back pain and maybe have fixed your back pain from yoga? Do you understand the implications of having pain and then no longer having pain? Do you understand how powerful that is? Do you understand how important it is to not have pain, to not have these issues? It's so important. It's so important. It's such an important aspect of your existence, just to be able to not have pain, just to be able to not have that injury, to not have that stress, to not have that discomfort all the time. That's a life changer. That's not just a game changer. That's literally a life changer. That's a life changing experience. That's a life changing, that's just literally life changing to go from having pain to not having pain. Now, if you are not getting injured, if you're creating that proper foundation, so when you are undertaking your journey and you're ready to put your body into that proverbial corner where you're going to create an environment where it's forced to adapt, where you're forced to build muscle, where you're exposing it to certain elements that will cause it to change, that will cause it to change over time, burn fat, build muscle, yada, yada. Now, that base of your pyramid has to be solid. You have to go into this understanding that your body is an evolutionary machine. And how I'm defining evolutionary is that it's slow as fuck. Your body is slow as fuck. Amazon Prime, fast as fuck. Human body, slow as fuck. There's a reason why we drive cars, because humans walk slow and we get tired after running for a little bit. There's a reason why we have planes. It gets us a lot faster than cars. Human beings, we don't move fast. We don't do things fast. We don't evolve fast. We don't build shit fast. We really don't. In terms of our physical flesh, we don't repair ourselves fast. It's interesting because with technology, okay, you break a bone, you go get a cast, you sprain your ankle, like we still have to wait, right? There's no magic. Isn't that interesting? When you have an injury, even with all the technology, when you have an injury now, it still takes time to recover. You sprain your ankle, it still takes a couple of weeks. You break your bone, you still takes 4 to 6 weeks. You have an ACL, it still takes, okay, maybe a little bit quicker because we learn more and we can maybe fast track it, but it still takes time, right? It still takes time to heal, no matter what the technology is, no matter what MRIs you have or physical therapy or cool equipment, it still takes time. Your body is slow to repair. Your body is slow to change. Think of how often you want to change your habits. You want to change your pattern. The reason why it's hard to get into fitness when you're not in fitness is because you're changing every habit that you have. You're changing the purpose of every habit. You're changing what you're eating to get a different outcome. You're changing your schedule because you're going to the gym now instead of going to happy hour. You are going to sleep earlier and waking up earlier. You're changing your sleeping habits, which is tough. There's a lot of different things that come into play when it comes to health that society pulls you in the opposite direction. That's why it's hard to get into that habit, that routine. Not only that, as you can see on the board behind me, it's hard to stay on that habit a long fucking time. It takes a long fucking time. It takes a really, 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 really long time. And the shit of it is sometimes it doesn't pay off. Sometimes you don't get results. Sometimes it doesn't work out as you had hoped. It doesn't work out optimal or optimally. It's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, but what is known is that the body takes a long time. The body takes a long time to adjust. The body takes a long time to grow, and it takes relentless fucking effort. And those of you that are coming around here, messaging me, getting involved, hooking into the show, sticking around for a month, leaving, you are never going to get there. And I can say this, if you're watching this and you think, for example, you're going to join my community, right? Let's say you join Swolenormous X or you start any kind of program. You think you're going to come in and get involved for like a month and then fucking leave. If you think that, because I've had some people message me, okay, they're they have a wedding coming up, or they have a vacation coming up, or they have these little things. Their mindset is wrong from the fucking beginning. If you think you're going to come into, let's say, Swolenormous X for a month and then leave and have amazing results, you are fucking out of your mind, ludicrous. You're going to improve your mobility, flexibility. You can build a little muscle. You might lose some fat. What, 30 fucking days? Really? Really? What do you think you're going to get in 30, 60, 90 days? You can see a ton of progress. It depends on how hard you fucking go. It depends on how committed you are. And it's going to take more time after that. Of course, it's a process. I saw this guy. I'm not even going to say his name because he doesn't have deserve the respect. A fucking ass clown of the fitness industry, right? And I saw this advertisement. And it was talking about, like, build muscle faster than ever before, blah, 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 with this special 30-week muscle building program. And I said, whoa, 30-week muscle building program. So you're touting a fucking muscle building program, a 30-week program. No fucking shit, Sherlock. You're going to lift consistently for 8 months. Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm pushing fucking common sense, but it was all like the wording around everything was just so, it was the eeriest, creepiest. Like, he has a creepy face. He talked really creepy. He didn't know what he was saying. He was stumbling over his own words. He just didn't know anything about fitness. You can just hear it and see it, and it's just completely lost. But like a 30-week, yeah, okay. What are you what are you promoting? A magic routine that you work for 8 months and you get, of course. And I've said this a bunch of times. You can pick a lot of different programs and get results, because a lot of what people get out of these programs is consistency. You start looking at a workout and you do it. You did a workout on Monday. Congratulations. Tomorrow, what's the workout for today? A workout. Oh, wow. And you do a workout on Tuesday. Congratulations. What's going on for Wednesday? Another workout. Oh boy, let me do that. What's going on Thursday? Another one. Ooh, I can't wait for this one. I'm so excited. And then you do that one. It's the consistency. It's doing it all the time. It takes a long time. It takes that kind of exposure. It takes 30 weeks. It takes 50 weeks. It takes 100 weeks. It takes thousands of weeks. Because once you build a certain amount of muscle, you want to shape it. You're trying to maintain it. And then you're getting older, and then you're fighting time, and then you're battling injuries. So as you go through, your goals change, because as you build muscle, trust me, you don't build muscle endlessly. You're going to hit those walls. You're going to hit those points where you are just not going to grow, of course, unless you start taking shit. And then what happens? You keep on maintaining and lifting, and then you start having pains, or you have injuries, or you have things, and that sets you back. And then you try to get back to where you once were, and you get hurt again, and it sets you back. And eventually you just get fucking old, right? And then you don't move anymore. That's why I promote recovery and yoga and mobility from the beginning. But my point is, fam, it's going to take a long time. I just want everyone to strap in. It's a Monday. It's May. Who fucking cares? But let's strap in now. This is not a negative episode, but I think a lot of times it has to be negative. I think I think that's why you like to listen to what I fucking say, because you need to get slapped upside the fucking head and stop hearing all this like magical unicorn bullshit talk in the fitness industry. You need to stop listening to all that crap. It's not rainbows and fucking unicorns. It's misery. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. It's not a Zumba class. It's not a vacation. It's work. It's another job. And you intertwine the fuck out of it. In your life. That way it's one and the same, and you don't have to think about it. You have to create that habit. What is a habit, fam? It's something that you do without thinking. It just becomes a part of it. It has to be a habit, and it's going to take a long time. That being said, extremely possible to get amazing results. Why? We've proven it. I have gotten results. Many people in this community have gotten amazing results. So, okay, it's obviously possible. It's obviously possible to get amazing results, but it comes with the consistency. It comes with the constant exposure. It comes to the discipline. It comes to just the fucking nonstop effort over and over and over and over and over again. Let's take a couple questions. And this is something to fire you up because today is the day to start. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. So today is the time to start. If you're not starting, you fucking start, you son of a bitch. If you're not in a program, if you're not in a program or you're not doing some type of training schedule, if you don't have a direction of where you're going, the fuck are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? No one can do it but you. You need to start. If you're looking for something, join my family, join Swolenormous X. Just get started with something, right? Start with the free trial. Fucking just jump in, learn, just just suck all my knowledge out of me. Just suck it all. Yeah, take it. Fucking take it. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like just get started. Start moving. Start moving. Start doing. Stop looking for something perfect. Stop waiting and hunting and reading and stop watching this fucking podcast. Stop watching this shit. If you're not doing anything already, what are you doing? Why are you watching me? Start doing something. If you're already doing something, cool. Kick back, relax, watch some Daily Swole, float some biceps. Fuck yeah, fam. But if you're not doing anything yet, what are you waiting for, man? What you waiting for? How many times per year do you establish your benchmarks, max rep, runtime, etc.? Or you don't care about that? I don't care about that. I have zero benchmarks. My benchmark now is trying to meditate and do some kind of like yoga and stretching every day. That's my benchmark. Aside from that, it's just making it to the gym. That's my benchmark. I have my benchmarks are business related and vision related for what I'm providing for this community. I my physique has honestly suffered. Like I haven't worked out as intensely. I haven't focused as much on my own personal health. And hey, look, if I can help, that's the trade-off. It's ironic, right? It's ironic that by helping everyone get by helping you get your personal health on, it's going to affect me and my personal health. I guess that's my trade-off, but I guess I could not do quadcasts and fucking post on every social media platform and do private content for Swolenormous X and do phone calls. And yeah, I could cut down on some of that shit, but then it wouldn't be Swolenormous. It wouldn't be all fucking Papa Swolio. So there's trade-offs. There's trade-offs. I'm going to have to, so I've adjusted my workouts. I've adjusted my physical goals and my fitness goals. I mean, health is still paramount, but obviously, but my whole life doesn't revolve around me getting my workout in. That's kind of like, okay, I got shit done. I can focus. I can get my workout in. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact, and I'm being honest because I cannot focus 100% on my fitness and my own personal shit if I'm doing all this stuff. I'm editing videos and I'm just doing fucking content out every orifice of my fucking body. As you know, you're following my content. You know that I'm posting shit all the fucking time. And I'm sure half of you are like, I can't watch all of this, but I don't care. Someone's watching it and it's all there. I'm going to do it until you get nauseous. But yeah, fam, if you have goals, it's great. How often should you check in? It depends on the goal. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, I mean, my goals have changed over the course of my career in terms of my physique, in terms of business and personal aspirations, but you have to adjust with the flow and that's going to change. When you're training for 5 years, 10 years, for example, I was chasing the numbers. I was chasing heavier weights. I was looking to go up. I was looking to get bigger. I was measuring arms and, blah, blah, blah. But then it got to a point where I just stopped caring because naturally you only get so big and I'm not going to try to take steroids and get as big as a fucking truck. I don't care anymore. I don't want to bulk up anymore. I don't want to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Where does it end? It gets exhausting. I've talked about this before. It gets exhausting gaining. And I'm not saying this because, I'm not trying to sound cocky, like, I'm just tired of building too much muscle. But to undergo that and do it the right way and fucking go hard, to eat all that, I mean, it's pressure. You have to. You can't, I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. Then you're not going to grow. Yet fucking just, it's exhausting. It's exhausting building muscle, like bulking. It's exhausting. It gets so tiring. It gets so fucking old. So once you've been in the game as long as I have, you just don't, I don't know. Yeah, I think some people never lose that. But I think those people that never lose a desire to keep on getting bigger and lift, those are ones that have bad backs, and those are the ones that have bad knees because they didn't know when to ease up on the squatting. They didn't do the yoga. They didn't do things properly. When they were transitioning, they just kept on fucking going, and then eventually, you know, how do you deal with carbs? As in, do you count them or is that not? No, I don't count my calories. Those of you that have been following me for a while, if you eat the right shit, you don't have to count shit. It depends if you have start getting specific goals, but when you're starting out, you got to figure out what foods are best for your body. So an elimination diet. An elimination diet, make sure you're testing your allergies, your intolerances, seeing what your body reacts best to. And then if you want to get more granular down the road and you start gaining muscle and you want to really narrow it down because calories matter, they do matter for sure. I mean, it's a way to measure your intake of energy. So once you have clarified what foods are best for your body, and then if you have specific aesthetic goals, then that's different. But if you're just like trying to be healthier and lose some weight, lose some extra water retention and body fat around the midsection and get yourself, you know, underway, which is where most people are. Most people just have to fucking get started. And you're thinking too specific. I want to get bigger arms and bigger shoulders, but a tinier waist. And we'll lose fat around my stomach. And yo, you don't even go to the gym yet. Why are you picking all these fucking goals and just thinking like you're shopping at Walmart? Like, oh, I'll take that. I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those. No, you're just talking, saying random shit. Oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had this. Yeah, I wish I had, okay, let's say a private jet and I could fly anywhere, anytime, blah, blah, blah. It's like as arbitrary as saying that. I wish I had this. I want this. I want this. And you haven't even thought about eating, but you're not willing to give up alcohol. You're not willing to give up milk. You're not willing to, oh, fuck you. Most people say that shit. Most people run a list of all the things they want with fitness in their body, but they're not willing to get up earlier, go to the gym. They don't want to lift heavy weights. They don't want to eat that. They don't like that. They don't want to blah, blah, blah. They don't want to give up. Oh, but I like going to cocktail night with the girls or something. Shut the fuck up and do that and stop complaining. But if you're not willing to do what it takes, then stop worrying about it. You're not going to get it. And when I hear, and what's really important is when you start talking about health goals versus aesthetic goals, if you want to look a certain way, and I'm going to be 175% honest, like I always am. If you want to look a certain way, I'm not talking about losing weight. I'm not talking about BMI. I'm not talking about body fat, like general body fat percentage for healthy ranges. I'm not talking about decreasing diabetes risk and heart disease and, being more mobile and more flexible and decreasing back pain. I'm talking about if you want to look a certain way, you want to have a V taper, you want to have bigger shoulders, you want to have, that's your life. And I'm literally telling you right now, if you want aesthetics, if you're going for a look, that becomes your life. You are crossing over from health and making it a part of you're making a part of your life and your lifestyle and what you do to be a healthy individual and to look good and to feel good and be stronger. But when you start shifting over to, I want to look a certain way, it becomes your life. You essentially become a bodybuilder or physique competitor without the competition. You literally have to take it seriously. And most people aren't faintly or vaguely or in the ballpark of as serious as it takes to build a bodybuilding physique, a proportionate physique, to build overall mass, legs, glutes, calves, forearms, deltoids, rear deltoids. It's fucking your life. Now, that's cool. It's been my life and I love it. But that's why I look the way I do and I've built a physique the way I have. And that's why I can maintain it with varying intensities and varying frequency of training, while still juggling all of this. But it was everything. It was my top priority. It was my top priority. It was more important to me than school. It was more important to me than everything. It was lifting. That was the number one thing, was the gym, fitness, going to the gym, eating my food, getting my fucking gains. That was it. That was it. That was the most important thing. That was number one over girls, over school, over fucking anything. If I didn't, I worked out. Working out was my priority. I'll do homework or study or do whatever after I trained. If I worked, okay, I'll work out before my work, or work for money never got in the way of my training. Either I'd work out first or work out after. It didn't matter. I would adjust whatever it was, make sure I get my workout in. I'd work out before I went to work. Didn't matter. Workouts always got scheduled, and that was always top priority, was the training, was the fitness. And that's why I have what I have. And that's why I've created what I have. And that's why I know what works, because I've done it. That's it. That's it. That's it, fam. And everyone that's trying to go heavier on the weight and go a little bit, a couple pounds more, a couple pounds more, and do this and do that, you're just playing with fire. If you go by the numbers and trying to always go heavier and heavier and heavier, max reps, PRs, all that bullshit, you're going to get hurt. That's why CrossFitters just get fucked up all the time. CrossFit is putting physical therapists and or orthos back in business. Not that they were ever out of business, but that's gonna be some booming fucking industry. Replacement body parts. Anyone that's doing like stem cell and cloning and shit like that. All these joints and things are gonna be repaired for the CrossFit fanatics. Now it's just beating the fuck out of yourselves, beating the fuck out of your bodies. I've been doing the meal plan on the 90-day dash. I've been craving sugar like crazy, especially at night. Is this normal? Sure, you're addicted to sugar. You're used to getting sugar. You could also be dehydrated. You could also be tired. There's different reasons why you might crave sugar. Are you getting enough carbohydrates? Are you eating sweet potatoes? Like something like stuff like that. Josh on Facebook, I am hurt at the moment, feel like I am healing, but it finally caught up to me. Been such a setback for sure. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to get hurt. And my point is, doesn't mean that you have to be, a bitch about your workouts. Doesn't mean you have to go soft and be afraid to hurt. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. But today I was doing squats. I felt great. Good form. I felt awesome. Took a good rest after one of my sets. I went to do another one. I did my first rep and I felt a little twinge right in my lower back. I'm like, fuck, like right on the spine. Like, damn it. Just a little tweak. I felt kind of something like that once before, but I sit down a lot. I'm on the ball a lot. I'm immobile a lot. And I probably didn't warm up or stretch as much as I did, as I wanted to, as I should have. I mean, because I was trying to get in quick and do a little, okay. So I just did one rep and then I just put it down. Okay. No major harm, just probably a little stretching and a little mobility and I'll be fine in a day or two, no issues. But that's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful because if I went really heavy, I said, oh, fuck it, I'll push through it. No, no, no. You start learning. You don't fuck around with shit like that. If you're not sure, stop. Live to see another day. Stop. Come back tomorrow. Stop. You do another, you there's another workout coming. There's another workout coming. Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's amazing how so many people are just afraid to miss one workout. Like, don't worry. There's another one. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's another workout coming. There'll be another one. I heard Herbalife fucks up your body later down the road. If this is true, I feel bad. The ones that are taking that Herbalife, I mean, the supplements, a lot of supplements are going to fuck people up. I don't know anything about Herbalife. I'm sure that, I mean, it's like anything else. It's like any other multi-level marketing supplement company. They're just trying to get more people in so people can sell more stuff. So more people can come in and more people can sell more stuff and blah, blah, blah. But at least it's promoting health, or it says it is. But yeah, sucking down all the supplements, it just generates income for the company. But you don't need that shit. You don't need that fucking shit. Energy, pre-workout, it's caffeine. You can take that stuff. I mean, it's up to you, but it's really just caffeine based. It's just to get you fucking amped up. But if you're getting proper sleep and you're eating properly, you're likely going to have energy. You might just need a cup of black coffee and boom, you're ready to go. So it's amazing, honestly, fam, when you are well rested. And I'm not trying to talk from out of my ass because I'm not trying to be hypocritical because I'm up all hours of the night. It's just the life I've chosen. But if you get proper sleep, and I've been on like a really good sleep pattern a few times in my life, it's rare. It's rare when I can do it, but when I do, fuck, you just have so much energy that you never knew. You're wondering, why do I have so much energy? I didn't have any coffee or I didn't have a pre-workout or something, and you are just fucking amped. You just have energy. So black coffee really has an amazing effect when you're well rested because you're not trying to make up and compensate for being fucking exhausted. I just joined. What's wrong with high rep? What are you talking about? I never said anything about, we were not even talking about high rep. Nothing's wrong with high rep. Depends on what you're trying to do high rep for. Let's see. Well, max PRs or a road to Snap City. I agree, Michael Coates on YouTube. I agree. Can absolutely Snap City, Snap City. Let's see. 80% diet, you'll break back in. Setting a positive example to your followers is great. 80% diet. What do you mean, Greg? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that shit. 80% diet. It depends on what you mean, right? If you're talking about building physique, it's not 80% diet. Your training is fucking extremely important. If you're talking about just being healthy and minimizing fat and, not exercising, okay, well, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish, but nutrition is extremely important. Nutrition is the fuel. When you're exercising, that's fine. But if you're not getting the right fuel to repair, then, those workouts are going to start causing injuries because your body isn't healing. Your body isn't getting the tools, or your body isn't getting the gasoline essentially to recover. Drink a cup of black coffee before your workout. I get the same effects doing this as taking a shot of C4. Oh, the supplement. Yeah, well, if you take, like, let's say, a shot of espresso or black coffee right before your workout and you just get into it, a lot of times you just get energy just by starting your workout and getting fired up, listen to some good music, get amped up. Depends on goals. Nutrition is very important, obviously. Nutrition is important, obviously. 100% both. That's what I say. I say nutrition and resistance training, and your training, I think it's 100% both. I don't think it's an 80-20 or a 50-50 or a 60-40. You can't quantify that, because some people will say, well, this guy eats McDonald's 3 times a day. He eats like shit and he has abs. Well, I mean, are you quantifying health by someone having abs? Just because they have abs doesn't mean they're healthy. Crackheads have fucking abs because they're skinny. Doesn't mean they're healthy, right? You talk a lot about sweet potatoes. What is so great about them compared to other starches and carbs? Well, they are starch. What's so great about them? High in fiber, high in minerals and vitamins. They're just amazing. They're excellent. They're excellent. They're just fucking great. And you don't have the grains, you don't have the lectins and shit that fuck you up your body and cause inflammation. Your body absorbs them very well. Is it good to eat grilled, smoked food? I love to use my wood pellet grill to cook. You want to be careful. If you're in the school of eating meat, even if it's grass fed, you want to be careful cooking your meat. You don't want to burn your shit. I'm not really sure about smoked, to be honest. And when you grill, you got to be careful overcooking. You don't want to char your food. I know it tastes good, fam, but charring and getting those carcinogens is not good for the body. You want your stuff more rare. And not seared, or like, blackened, for example. And you can do some more research on that. It just makes sense. Like you're eating soot, right? It's like you're just eating fucking fire. But, I know it tastes good, but usually things that are more moderately cooked are better in terms of, not destroying the nutrients in those foods, for example. I'm going to eat a sweet potato now. Fuck yeah. Sweet potatoes are great. They're fantastic. I mean, and also just do a Google search. I mean, if you're looking for exactly all the minerals in them, I think it's vitamin A, vitamin C, all those good things, but good in fiber. And I really feel when I have a sweet potato, my whole body changes. When I eat more sweet potatoes, if I'm feeling sluggish, like today, I've been feeling a little burned out in the gym. I had some fire going like a week or two ago, and then I lost my mojo a little bit. I go with these little dips where I don't know if I'm not overtraining. Maybe I don't know, distracted. I get a lot of, I like to work out earlier in the day. Ideally, I haven't been lately, but first thing in the morning is better for me, because otherwise I just get distracted. I'm starting to think about so many fucking things. It's hard for me to focus in the evening for a workout, because I have all these thoughts about content and stuff I need to do. I like working out first thing in the morning when I can focus on it. Let's take a couple more questions. Good shit on a Monday. Just remember, fam, going back to the main topic, if you came in late and you didn't watch the beginning part of this episode, it's all about just fucking doing it. And it takes time. You have to strap in. Make sure you're strapping in for the long haul. I probably go through like 25 sweet potatoes a week. That's a lot of fucking sweet potatoes. I hear you, man. I just bought like 15 or 20 today. She gave me a weird look. You buy just a fucking basket of sweet potatoes and it's like $5. Just such an efficient, inexpensive food. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Do you ever sit in the sauna? If so, do you have recommendations or facts to back up timing and benefits? No, I don't. I don't have any of that information. And no, I don't sit in a sauna. I have before. It feels nice. I don't really know if there's any real health benefits to a sauna or to a steam room. I don't know what the latest is on that. I've heard things both ways, but I'm more of a believer in things like cryotherapy and cooling the body off. I think that's much better than fucking overheating the body, because the body's always trying to sweat. You're sweating all the time. Right now, I'm sweating. Right now, you're sweating. You're regulating body temperature. So to overheat the body and to put in an extremely sweltering environment and making it work harder, I don't know if it's necessarily a better thing rather than doing extreme cold, like the cryo. That's seemingly much more effective. What's the benefits of planking? stronger core musculature, transverse abdominis, pelvic floor muscles. I've just heard about how it burns calories and has effects on the brain somehow. Maybe. I'm sure it does have effects on the brain when you're putting the brain into a 120-degree fucking room. Burns calories? No, you're not going to be elevating your caloric burn just by adding a hotter temperature. You're going to be sweating more, but you're not going to be losing body fat. You're going to be losing fucking water. Don't get that twisted. A lot of people step in a sauna or they do that kind of shit to lose some weight, but it's just water weight. It's just water weight. Yeah, do yoga, you'll sweat. And you don't need hot yoga. You create the heat within when you do yoga, but hot yoga is pretty popular. I do like a warmer room. I don't want to be cold when I do yoga, but you don't need a heated room to do yoga, that's for sure. Rhonda Pet. Don't be promoting random people. I don't know who that is. I don't know anything about that doctor, or so many people call themselves doctors now, chiropractors and physical therapists. Everyone's a fucking doctor. Um, yeah, you definitely don't need a sauna. Really, if you're not practicing yoga, fuck the steam rooms of the sauna. You're still missing out. Do yoga. If you're not doing all that stuff first, make sure you do that stuff first. Make sure you're doing yoga first. That's really the most important thing. You want to sweat, you want to wring out the body, you want to get rid of toxins and all that stuff. Do yoga. Do yoga and cleanse your body the right way. Inversions, and you're doing twisting, working on the breath. That's the best way you can cleanse. And if you're not practicing that already, don't worry about this other fluff. Prisoners don't have saunas and they come out in excellent shape. Yeah, well, when you have a bunch of alpha males that are psychotic, that are lifting and getting big in order to defend themselves from getting raped every fucking day, yeah, you're going to get pretty big. And there's some science and logic behind the environment. Not that they're not taking anabolics, they're not eating crazy amounts of calories, but because they're in an environment where they're defending themselves, and you have to, like, the biggest survival of the fittest. You create these, like, just fucking big dudes because they're getting big, they're protecting themselves, right? They're freaking walking around, they're, you know, looking tough all the fucking time. Zach on, how do you cook the sweet potatoes? I bake them. How do you cook? I bake them. Just put them in the oven on 400 for an hour. Done. Wash it first. People sit in the sauna and then hit the gym to make it look like they're working hard. I know. I know. Yeah, don't go in the sauna to warm up. You have to do a warm up from the inside out. Just sitting in there and getting a sweat doesn't warm you up for exercise. I hate that. Stupid. That's stupid. Stupid. Stupid people. People do that. They go in there, okay, I'm warm. Now let me go train. No, no, you have to warm up the body from the inside out. Zach on Facebook. I've noticed lately when I do slow push-ups or planks, I shake a lot. Is it just weakness, or am I lacking something in my nutrition? No, if you're doing slow push-ups, you're activating the stabilizer muscles. When you do slower movements over a longer duration, over, lower tension or lower resistance and longer tension, more time under tension, you're going to get a lot more shakes from those stabilizers. So that's normal. You're not lacking. It's not nutrition based. Slap the knowledge nuts on my chin. There you go. Hope you enjoyed them. A little sweaty. Haven't showered yet after my pump. Jack the beanstalk, then hit the gym. If you wait 1 minute too long, you get tired. Jack the beanstalk. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. A little beat down, a little slapping around the meat just to get your warm up. If you're getting that much cardio, if you're warming up that much from spanking your meat, that's intense, bro. That's intense. That's a session and a half, man. You better lube up. You're gonna hurt yourself. Damn. Right? Right? If you're fucking, like, if you get exhausted, you'll get tired. Sheesh. If you're warm, if that counts as a warm up, that's fire. But yeah, fam. Let's take this opportunity on a Monday to strap in for the long haul. So today is 731. Yesterday was 730, and yesterday was 2 years straight. So today is the next chapter. It's just the next chapter. So it's next chapter in your life. It's next chapter in your day, in your week, in your month. And if you're not starting, it's time to start. If you're in the middle of it and you're in a plateau or a funk and you can't find your way out of it, it happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me regularly. I get into a little mental funk, but the clarity and creating that clarity is super important. So make sure that you are understanding really the time frame we're talking about here. We're talking about years. We're talking about changing your life. We're talking about creating a new environment for your body to adapt into. And your body moves slowly. It's not Amazon Prime. Everything that we do is instant gratification to the extreme. Instant messages, instant fucking food delivery, instant access. Everything is instant, 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 fast, 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 speed. Fucking Amazon delivers next day most of the time. So that being said, it's extremely imperative that you understand how slow the body is. That's one thing that hasn't changed in the last 20 years. The body still moves slow as fuck. Slow as fuck. The body still moves slow as fuck. So until you start understanding really what that implication means, what that really means, you understand that it really is for the life. It really is for the lifetime. It really is your lifestyle. It's getting involved for the long haul. Now you can do this, but you have to understand what you are taking on. What you're taking on. You're taking on a lot. And the fitness industry and the supplement companies and most personal trainers at gyms, they don't tell you this because either they don't know how to share this information, or they don't tell you because it doesn't sell. It's not romantic or sexy. Like, hey, you're ready to work out, you're ready to work hard, you're ready to be super consistent and maybe see results over the course of the next 5 or 10 years. Ready to do this? Yeah, let's fucking crush it. Here, give me money. Not super sexy, right? Not super sexy, not exciting. Not really exciting. Doesn't really get anyone off, right? Doesn't tickle the pickle, so to speak, right? Doesn't jack the beanstalk, according to a dog on YouTube, right? Doesn't do that. So what it really does take is you strapping in, getting hooked into a good community like this one, getting hooked into good programming, getting hooked into the right mindset where you're taking your mobility and your yoga and your active recovery in, seriously, and you are strapping in for the long haul. It's going to take time. You can be very, very successful, but it is not going to be quick by any stretch of the imagination. And that is where most of the lies and most of the deceit come in, because everything is get this in 8 weeks. That sells, right? It sounds good. That's why it sells. It's good marketing. It's marketing. It's fucking marketing, fam. There's a reason why that works, because marketing works. That's why there's a whole division of companies that just do marketing. Marketing works. And the reason why they will say, they being any trainer or these people that I see them because I have to associate myself almost with some of these fucking jabronis who are giving away or telling you that you'll have an 8-week shred or you'll have this result in X amount of time. There's nothing guaranteed, and it's not going to happen in X amount of time. It might happen if the person does it right. If the person isn't eating inflammatory foods, like they're going about it all wrong. People will tell you what they need to tell you to sell you something. If that's the goal, if the goal is to sell you something, if the goal is to get you to buy something, then whatever that person needs to say, they will say so you buy it. If that's the goal, if that's the main goal of said person. But if you're approaching it the right way, you want to educate. That's why I try to educate people. I'm trying to show you and explain to you what it really takes, and what it's taken me, and what I've learned over the course of my career is that it takes a long time. It takes a long time. And some of the most important things that you need to focus on are things that no one will tell you, because mobility is not sexy. Yoga isn't always seen as sexy. Most people don't do yoga, or they don't have time for it, or they don't prioritize it. But the problem with that is you are going to get hurt. You're going to overtrain. You're going to lose out on strength. You're going to lose out on physique. You're going to lose out on fat mobilization. You're going to lose out on the mental benefits, the physiological benefits of practicing yoga, of having a yoga practice. You're going to miss out on those things. And sex sells, and sexy things sell, and 8-week shred programs and lose weight fast, 10 pounds, blah, 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 quick cuts and all these fucking things. Get shredded, get ripped. It sounds nice. Everyone wants that. Everyone wants to look shredded and ripped. You want to look a certain way. Remember what I said. If you want to look a certain way, it is going to consume you. If you want to look a certain way, it is going to become your number one priority. If you have kids, good luck trying to get six pack abs and looking shredded. Good luck, because your kids have to be your priority, right? So that gets in the way of your physique. I guarantee it. And it can definitely be a struggle. Doesn't mean you can't get it. So don't take that as like, oh, kiss it goodbye. But every time you have a priority, every time you have something, one peg that goes above your physique, that goes above your health and your fitness for that, every time you have something that goes above it on the list, it's going to be that much harder to achieve it because you have other things that rank higher than your physique. And I'm telling you, if you want to have a physique, it is an entire different ballgame than just weight loss or "Oh, I want to build some muscle. I want to get rid of some fat around my stomach. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to, get back to the body that I had X, Y, and Z. Just general shit and like just getting started. Okay. I mean, everyone we can crush it. But when you start really wanting to look a certain way, then you are really confusing the two different types of training and the two different styles and the two different approaches and what it means in fitness. And that's what gets blurred a lot. Everyone's looking at these physiques and thinking okay, if I lose weight and build some muscle, I'm going to look like that. No, no, no. You will look like that if you are fortunate enough to have the genetics, if you work your ass off, make it your number one priority in the fucking world to have a physique like that, nothing will get in your way and you will work your ass off no matter what to achieve that, then you might have it. It's like anything else. You want to build a huge, successful billion-dollar business, you're going to work your ass off and bleed out your fucking eyeballs until you get it. Nothing is easy. Nothing comes easily. And it takes a long time to create those things. Instagram, Facebook, these things weren't just like fucking explode. They didn't just pop up out of fucking nowhere. It was years of development. There was trials, there was tribulations, there was failures. They were almost going out of business. Like Instagram fucking took like 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking years. Of course, it's huge now. But these things take time. They sit in the weeds, they grow, they grow, they grow. And then when you hear about it, you think, oh, this is brand new. Very rarely does something, even a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, that's still time. That's really fast for a huge business. I mean, that's super fucking fast. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's a lot of growth in a short period of time. But it's still a year, 2 years, 3 years. And you can lose 100 pounds in a year for sure. You can lose 100 pounds in a year if you do it right and you have 100 pounds to lose. Sure, you could do that. It's just a little bit more rare. It's a little bit less likely. It's a little bit less of a commonality. And that's just like it with anything else. There's always those outliers, those extreme situations, those rare occurrences where amazing things happen and it's just an anomaly, right? So just understand that when you start shifting from I want to look a certain way from I want to, on a macro scale, lose weight, build muscle, I want to change my life, I want to get my shit together. First off, you got to start there. And that comes from building the right foundation, building the right base, mobility, yoga, strength training, stabilization training, endurance, working all those tiny muscles, making sure you don't get hurt and correcting your posture from sitting on a fucking chair for 30 years. All those things you got to fix. All those things you got to fix. Greg, Amazon sat in the background in the 90s and look how big they are now. Yeah, Amazon's been around for years. Amazon's been around for years and they fucking did they've done so many, they've been kind of back and forth, through the 90s and doing different things. But yeah, they survived the bubble and all that stuff. And yeah, of course, look where they are now. They've just done it right. But you know, that's one of those unique situations. Foundation time. Catch you tomorrow. Later, Kyle. If you want it bad enough, you won't have excuses. I agree, Sammy. That's exactly what we're talking about here. If you want it bad enough, there is an excuse. You just get it done. You just get it done. Let's see. Truth. I got a lot of people repping what we just talked about. Truth. What up? What up? Yeah. Consistency is key. Yep. Zach on Facebook. My wife falls victim to the quick results and gives up because the results aren't there in a week. Yeah, it's not going to happen. And there's nothing wrong with instant gratification as long as it's taken in context of what you're discussing. Like I love Amazon when something comes in 2 fucking days or 1 day. That's amazing. That's great. But when you translate that kind of mentality over to your physique and to your fitness, that's when it gets sketchy. And it's hard not to, because everything in this world is so quick now. But then when it comes to fitness and your training, all of a sudden everything is the exact opposite. So be careful, be wise, don't be foolish with it. Make sure you're approaching your health, your fitness the right way. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for 731 Quadcast live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Swolenormous, and also on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Swolenormous. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight and every fucking day. Remember, the podcast, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. Catch every single episode. And those of you that are in Swolenormous X, you just got access to the Program Vault brand new launch today. I dropped another video in Swolenormous X Live, the private group for members on Facebook. So I explained it all. So you can go there, check it out. I also gave you a little alert in your live chat, and I'll be sending out some emails and blog and stuff to break down a little bit more of what's going to come with that, and a lot of big things happening with the private community. So if anyone's listening and you have not yet taken advantage of the 2-year anniversary special offer, free trial, all that awesome shit, joining the fam, now's the time to do it. Swolenormousx.com. Check that out. Links are in the post descriptions on Facebook and YouTube, and also in my bio on Instagram. You can check it out, Swolenormousx.com. I will see everyone in there, all you X fanatics, and everyone, I will see you tomorrow for episode 732 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, and Mancast in the realm, because we're not flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Papa Swolio, out. Peace out, fam. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see you all in Swolenormous X and tomorrow for 732. Later, fam. Peace out, Twitch. Bye, IG. Bye, buddy. Bye, IG. Later, fam. Peace out. Later, Facebook. Bye, guys. Later.